Can you hear me at all? Now the computer is back up. Snowrunner is slowly but surely logging in. Excellent. Huzzah! I think what I might do with the white mask when it gets here is dye it sort of Securitas grey and attach a patch to it. And then wear that one when I'm at work. Dark grey dye will take quite nicely. Oh no, pale grey is cooler than white. While it continues loading, they've recently started selling a rather nice salted caramel Twix here. Now, salted caramel has never really been my thing, but the Twix version is particularly nice. It's very pleasant. And we're in-ish. It's taking a very long time to load though. I wonder if there's something rumbling away in the background. Snowrunner. Google blasted drive sync. Oi, Google. Yeah, not interested, mate. Just pause it for now. Pause. Go back to sleep, dear. Things always want to run in the background, don't they? Did you know jackknife accidents occur when the trailer's tyres start to skid and move faster than the cab? And this type of accidents, this can happen in any road condition. This has been the Proofreading Hour. Ah, yes. Oh well. Now let's re-enable my cheats.
Please wait.
Am I imagining it, or is that louder than usual?
Trainer activated. Activated.
So locking the time of day,
Activated.
health and
Activated.
fuel. There we go. It really is chugging quite badly. Oh, that's annoying. Look at that. It's undiscovered all of the areas I'd discovered. I'm not hearing any engine noise. Are you hearing any engine noise? Hey, I've got an off-road Prius. What did you say to it? Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I like my viewers to be able to use what I consider extremely coarse profanity. Within reason, obviously, but, you know. Sweary can be funny. Hopefully, reaching the next watchtower will make it remember that I'd opened the other watchtowers. Ninja winch. This vehicle is a mod vehicle, and it's been modded with, amongst other things, a winch with, I would argue, excessively long range. As you see, it's showing up pretty much every winching point within the nearest kilometre. So it's taking a little while to get to that tree right next to me. I'm getting there now. I wonder if I can get through those woods. Here, in this pristine old-growth forest, nothing disturbs the peace except the twittering of the birds and this giant off-road vehicle. I mean, this is not an ideal off-roading strategy. Yes, exactly. Stop winching yourself to branches. Here we go again. I keep wishing they'd add land anchors to this. Yeah, let's winch ourselves to the sky! I mean, I was thinking the sky in the other direction, but, you know, hey, you do you. Oh, sod off with that branch! Yeah, it's completely forgotten that I discovered those two. Those, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it was. Ho hum. Annoying, but not irrecoverable. Oh, hello. Well, I am driving off-road vehicles in an irresponsible fashion. Room. What have you been up to of late? I had gone through and discovered lots of places, and then the game forgot that I'd been there. So you see these big black circles? One here, one here, one here, and one here. I'd been to all those watchtowers, and yeah, we had a good lockdown so far. I mean, I'm alright with lockdown in itself, because I quite enjoyed just, being at home and not having to go out and put up with silly people. But I do miss work. I had a side job that I could do from home, but unfortunately they had a hiring freeze due to the situation. So when the contract expired at the end of June, they weren't able to renew it. And of course my main job kind of relies on cruise ships being there, and without cruise ships there was no work. So normally during the summer we'd quite easily hit 160 hours of work during the summer per month. As it stands, I have 16 paid hours, of which 12 are work, for all of July. Now, normally 12 hours is an ordinary day shift for us. So yeah, it's a dent. Instead, 12 hours became 4 days, of which the 4th was today. On the upside, my calendar's clear for the rest of the month. So I'm thinking if I can just get to, call it 10,000 subscribers in the next day or two, and then monetize and, I don't know, sell merch or some bollocks. I don't think I should sell some bollocks. I have no idea where to source them for a start. But, yeah, it wouldn't make a good print on a t-shirt either. But yeah, so instead of all that stuff, I'm driving around looking for watchtowers. And that's fine too. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say so. People have already shown they'd vote for it. But it's not, put it this way, a shirt with the pair of dangly ones is hardly on brand for me. Popping a wheelie there. Remember, children, this is not a safe way to drive. See? See? Dum de dum de dum 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 de dum de dum dum de dum de dum de dum dum. Island living, as in what's it called? Oh, that thing on the... yeah. And up we go. Now let's go back to all of the watchtowers that we've already unlocked and unlock them once more, if we can. Otherwise it's just buggered. Come on, can I do observations once more? Yes, I can. Ta-da! Looks like a smaller circle this time, though. Yeah, I like the autonomous winch. It's battery powered, so I can use it even when my engine is not running. Which way did I go last time? Let's go right. As you see, it's all off-roading is all about careful strategic driving and careful planning and very cautiously balanced throttle control. Never making an unconsidered move. Always being really careful. Never taking a corner too fast. Ninja winch! There we go. Okay, so maybe I could have Ninja Winch t-shirts. That's the clearing the way bit. Good. You can go away. Let's have a look at the quarry, shall we? See, what we've got here is a big hole in the ground. I don't think I'm interested in going down there right now. A terribly off-colour joke just occurred to me, but I shan't utter it. Come on, up the hill. There you go. Come on. Neither the glom of knit or whatever it was. Yes, precisely that. You never know, there might be ladies present. After all, I have this... I'm firmly convinced, as you know, that all ladies are delicate flowers who have never heard a naughty word. That's why I was for 9 years married to a South African. And I have a sister with a very posh accent who, once while tobogganing, announced her imminent encounter with a tree with a very loud "Oh!" Except she doesn't have the sort of mental block for that word that I have. Sadly, I only heard that anecdote retrospectively. Really wish I'd been there to hear it. Because there are few things as entertaining. Why in buggery am I there? No, I don't want to be there. Few things, as I say, that are as entertaining as eloquent, posh swearing. Also, this road is not health and safety executive compliant. Whee! Where's the sodding roady uppy bit? Oh, there it is. Under the tree. Under the tree. No, game. That is not a road. Ninja winch. Shall we go to Rift? Yes, let's go to Rift. The average commercial truck consumes 20,500 gallons of gas each year, and several gallons of diesel. Gas. It's not a gas, Americans, it's petrol. Or diesel, depending on the truck. I don't discriminate. I mean, obviously one discriminates while driving, because, you know, you don't want to put petrol in a diesel. Anyway. Oh, did you regret it for many, many years? I think the thing that annoys me about these watchtowers is that it's not so much that they discover things for you, it's that until you get there they cover everything. Because look, these bits aren't within range of a watchtower, and I can see them fine. So they're not so much watchtowers as stealth generators. I mean, really, this area has some significant maintenance issues. Where to next? Pacifist. Oh, yes, that's where I discovered the Tatarin. Excellent. By the way, are you both up for some board games someday? And Fuzzy? Now, what's the most efficient way down there? I think maybe I won't do the jump option. See, this is why you go with the AA. The RAC won't come out to you for this. Probably. Maybe they will, I don't know. I don't want a sodding branch. Now I've got to pull it to a safer area. Not just any safer area, but the specific safer area that the game has designated. Something that's safer than just level ground. Because the game's picky like that. Such is the way of things. Oh yeah, that looks safer. Daft. shall we go for a spin? The modded version of this has all-wheel steering, which is a pain in the arse. This is much easier to steer. It's slower, but it's much easier to steer. I once got to drive an Alvis Stalwart through a off-road course. That was huge fun. Slightly nerve-wracking when taking corners fast, but you know. More so for the people in the back who didn't have seat belts. Always wondered how they were able to get away with that. Oh! Look at that. Someone's left me an old truck. So what is Old Faithful? Wow, even the watchtowers here are on a budget. I do good evil laughs, yes. The funny thing is, even my normal laugh sounds like an evil laugh. Then when I do the full-on one for effect, it does sort of veer into, I won't say Jafar territory, he tended towards the screechy. But, you know. Now, where is the Old Faithful objective? No. So where do they want me to go with Old Faithful? The service station. Right, and the service station is at the other end of the arsing map. Shiny. Thanks for that, eh? Now, what's the quickest way back with Old Faithful? There's a lot of route planning in this game. Mainly because if you don't plan your route, as any off-roader will know of course, you get stuck. And I am actually going to amend my plan for that route, because that will get us stuck. Why call a truck step? I mean, isn't the point that when you have a truck you don't need to step anywhere? I'm really enjoying this little Tatarin actually. It's not quick, but it's effective. And as I say, significantly easier to drive than the modded version. Less prone to leaving the ground for no apparent reason. Let's have a look. Where can we sneak across here? Oh, don't tell me it can go straight up this. No. I like you, Tatarin. You can stay. Yes, good truck. I mean, look at that, straight through that ditch, pulling a truck with it. It's the little armoured personnel carrier that could. If you think about it, given the current state of the climate, this isn't so much a game as, you know, learning by doing for the next 20 years. Oh, but that tree stops me. Oh God, another loaf. Let's just check while we're here. Is there a garage in the rift? I don't think there will be. No, of course not. We can but hope that there's one in Zimnogorsk. So let's head out on the highway. I'm really curious how I can customize this thing though. So once I've unlocked the next watchtower, I'll just recover it to the garage and have a bit of a play about. Again, it's not fast. It's just inevitable. It's got that slowness that says, ready or not, here I come. Right. There's only the one left. So, how are we doing in chat? Probably very wise. There comes a point at which one just gets too tired of it. Yeah, my side job, as I say, finished at the end of June, and they gave me a little leaving present, which was a gift card at my local IT shop for, I think it comes out to about 150 quid, which was nice of them. It means they know me enough not to get me flowers or something. And I didn't particularly have any IT stuff that I wanted, although maybe a terabyte SSD or a new PSU for my computer would have been nice. But what I really need, and have needed for some time, is a decent sewing machine, or a sewing machine. But a decent sewing machine is expensive. But a sewing machine could be had for, I think it was 1,400 kroner. So it would get me a sewing machine and some change. So I've ordered them, and they're currently back ordered. So there'll be some waiting to do, but when they eventually get here, I shall have a big pile of clothes to mend. I like mending clothes, but I don't like sitting there hand sewing for hours on end. I've done my time. Nah, see, The problem you got there is rising damp, innit? You haven't done your damp proofing courses properly. That's your problem. Oh, so it's finders keepers, except it's not finders keepers, it's finder gives it to someone else. Fine. Cheeky buggers. I've got the go anywhere rescue vehicle workshop fuel tank thing. But no, they keep it just because they've found it. I have a small child. I got very good at making engine noises. Ooh. 6 people in chat now. The numbers are steadily rising. My path to world dominion is nigh. Or something. Dangerous water level? There's no such thing. Left. I think. There we go. Oh, that's a knackered vehicle. Deliver to the sodding service station. No, I don't want to do that right now. But what I will do is just turn it around. We're off to see the tower, the wonderful Tower of Watch. I have great difficulty seeing the point of the loaf. It's a little van with a very narrow wheelbase. Excellent. And very low ground clearance and very small wheels. It's basically as if someone made a list of how can we make this vehicle as useless as possible for off-roading, and then they just did that. Yeah, now I don't want to wait longer. Yes, I wish to recover it and see what I can play with. What are we all up to tonight then? I went shopping on my way home from work. I don't like shopping at the best of times. I like shopping even less when the shop is full of people during a pandemic. People are not clever in general. Just the one type of tyres, just the one engine. To be honest, Snowrunner, you could have given me more customization options there. Just camo patterns. Why does everything have to be camo just because it's... I mean, I like camo. Now let's go full UN. Oh. What are you going to be fishing for? I wonder if I reduce this to a stage 6 engine, and slightly reduce the lift on the And we'll give it something mud tirey. I mean, it's got to be the Tiger wheels, really. What was this one? What are you? When in doubt, kit it out. Explore the region. Yeah, boy. Beacons, yes, lots of beacons. All the beacons. Ooh, those are cooler. Air conditioner, yes. Factory beacons. Oh, do I want the factory beacons or the raised beacons? I mean, I like the fact that these are attached to the cage. I usually go for the beacons and fog lights, but this gives me more lights, and I like lights. See above. Specific challenges when fishing. I mean, in general, I'm going to assume that you're going to need a bigger boat. That looks better, doesn't it? What was the other place we want? Yes, Zimnogorsk, wasn't it? So gateway to quarry. Yes. I mean, I like camo when I'm in the military, because then I don't want to be easy to see. When I'm just off-roading in a safe civilian environment where nothing's shooting at me, then I want things to be easy to see, so that if my truck breaks down in the wilderness, the rescue helicopters will have an easy job spotting me. It's all perfectly rational. I mean, really, that little loop of road is completely irrelevant. My 90 was XRAF, still in its original livery. MOD green, original RAF roundel and flag stickers. It was a nice car. Did I ever tell you about the work a garage that shall remain unnamed did during an MOT? I know I told someone about it recently, but I can't remember whom. I may have slightly gone off on one. Yes, it was you. Good. Yeah, I was not best pleased. Hey! I mean, these cars aren't made for stability, all things considered. Let's see how the 109 performs. Okay, not doing well with the mud. Despite the mud tyres. When it gets stuck, I'll see how it does in low gear. Funny thing, I don't remember the Land Rover ever being this jumpy to steer. Oh, no wonder it's left-hand drive. There's your problem. Way! You can't have a left-hand drive Land Rover, it's against the law. Yeah, but that's 60 degrees of play before anything happens. Here it's instant 60 degrees of lock. Oh yeah, I was going to go and try the new Defender. I've been invited to take it for a test drive. I think what really would interest me is taking it for a test drive if they had an off-road course. Because really, who test drives a Defender on-road, right? Exactly. I mean, I'm willing to be proved wrong. I'm perfectly willing to be proved wrong. So I'm very happy to try it. and see what it's like. But it does look a bit more Chelsea than Tractor. I mean, I've long been saying that there's no reason that an off-road vehicle shouldn't be as competent as a Defender while still having, you know, an aerodynamic body and, say, some comfort inside and and doors and windows that don't let the outside inside. You know, that's perfectly reasonable to me. But let's face it, they tried that with the Freelander and, you know. Ninja winch. Exactly. Even the modern Range Rovers are proper Range Rovers. Well. I'm more concerned by what they've done to the poor Disco. Exactly so. I mean, tweak the styling, fine. But I mean, when they make a Defender look like it's hugging the road, then somewhere something has gone critically wrong. When I buy a Defender, I want it to look as if I can walk underneath it without having to lean down. Defenders don't have ground clearance, they have... I'll come back to that one. Yes, you're nice and close, you'll do. Let's go rescue the thingamabob first. Where did I leave it? Yeah, that's close. Yeah. See, now it's just being picky. One thing I do wish they had in this game would be if you could actually make improvements to the infrastructure. I mean, they've got where you can clear landslides and rebuild bridges. But that's about it. It would be nice to be able to, you know, say, take a delivery of tarmac somewhere and suddenly the road is usable again. And maybe properly cambered all the way along its length. Because I think the off-roading would be more fun if the on-roading was on-roading. One thing I'm curious about with the new Defender is why they've attached a suitcase to the side of the rear side window. And over you go. Lots of drugs if you want to fill a whole suitcase. Oh, I thought you were suggesting their main market. Now, let's go rescue that Land Rover. I mean, let's face it, it is a camel trophy Land Rover, so no wonder it doesn't know what to do with mud. I think as mods go, that Land Rover probably not hugely useful. Yeah, I mean, look at that speed. It's just... Oh, come on, that's a light dusting of mud. I've driven on worse farm tracks than this. No, 0 out of 10, get in the trees. Actually, yes, let's go back to... where were we? The Rift. It's 1:15 already. But first, let's go back to Quarry. That mosquito sound effect is very realistic. It's annoying me. I see why they call it Rift. This map is basically Rockcrawl City. That'll do. Yeah, I'll be closing out quite shortly as well. For it is late. But I'm going to go back to the quarry first. Just so I remember where to start next time. Have fun, thanks for dropping by. Actually, let's just first see if I can take a look at Zimnogorsk. Now, what was this about a drowned truck over here? Yes, let's rescue you. Oh, repaired and delivered to the service hub. How far off is... I mean, we're going that way anyway. So we might as well. Assuming it's not going to be too arsey about it. So what's the most practical option here? Go on by. Oh. Yeah, that was well stuck. Right, off we go. That's a dangerous water level. Wow, that truck needs a snorkel. Yeah, I need to go up there for the watchtower. Because remember, a watchtower never boils. Where is the tower? Yeah, I think it's going to be up there. So I shall leave you here a moment. And pop up here. Do a spot of tower finding. Fingers crossed. Yes. Which way did I go here? Yeah, it must be... Yeah, it must have been back there. Righty-ho. I mean, we could... It's a gamble. And this is not a conventional recovery approach. Yes. Okay. That did the job. And it'll arrive with most of its trim intact. Which, let's face it, is all you can hope for sometimes. I mean, who really needs cowlings and grills and suspension? What's this? Trailer store? Yes. Don't need it right now, but it's useful to know. And I think I might leave it at that for tonight. So those of you who've been in chat, thanks for turning up. And I think next time I'll... Actually, I think tomorrow I might do a spot of map making. We'll see. Have fun.